Okay, Bravo, take note. Can start unlocking zero image.
Skateboarding for me started as a hobby. To reach professional standard, I need to join a lot of competitions. 2009 till 2011, that's where I started to get recognized in overseas. So from 2011 till 2014, I managed to get skateboarding sponsorship from local and overseas. Usually for a skateboarding shoe, we must have the right sole. Much more flat than this, then it's not slippery. For exercise, I don't think it's helpful. Outside you can smell like, the bus field, the grass, the trees, cigarette smell, perfumes. Prison uni can smell like walls. The last competition I had before COVID, roughly around 2018 or 2019. And then COVID started to happen, so there was no competition at all. I was in a relationship. Back then I have a girlfriend. I argue with my girlfriend. I didn't mean to hurt her. It's just my mistake that I grabbed her. March 2020, that's where I started my sentence. It's a one-man cell, and you're all alone in the cell. That loneliness, when you can't express yourself, when you need to talk to someone, you're stuck. And I feel I'm a bad person. I think I make a lot of mistakes. I have to accept this is my punishment.
B1 is a maximum security institution, and it also houses inmates with very long sentences, inmates who are receiving violent intervention programs. We do not want any unnecessary conflicts, so that's also one of the reasons why we house them in single-man cell.
Our prisons have to be Spartan, but not affront to human dignity. It is, as you can see, bare, it is simple, but at the same time, prison's conditions has to facilitate rehabilitation.
Can grant 507.
Yeah, so this is basically where I'm staying. This is my home. Usually this is my area of sleeping. Usually I don't wear clothes on because inside this cell it's very hot. Usually like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. I wake up already. So we have nothing to do because it's very dark. So we try to go back to sleep. Once the light on, then I will go to our washroom over here. So once we bathe, I brush teeth, then I will come back to this area again to read my Bible. After reading, I will walk around this cell from here to here, or sideways from left to the right. And when I'm boring, I actually did count lah. By my feet is about 7, the width is 5 lah.
From 7 to 7:15, we have started with a mindfulness practice. So there is a music will play.
Attention to all HU2 inmates. Stand by for the morning master check. I repeat, stand by for the morning master check. You are required to stand up with your t-shirt tucked in and greet the officer.
Okay, master. Okay, good morning. Good morning. Master check is a process where we account for the inmates' head count in our prisons. So let's say, for example, if I have 150 inmates in my housing unit, I must make sure I have 150 head counts accounted for.
Morning, sir.
Good morning. Not just seeing them, I also need to make sure that they are responding, get his acknowledgement as well.
Morning, sir.
Good morning. To make sure that he's not feeling unwell or anything.
Okay, Bravo. Day room 1 master, total present 4-1. 4-1.
So once master check, about like 20 minutes, then our full latch will open.
Yeah, usually this is very important to us because it's our first view of the day
From long lockout from yesterday night.
Before the breakfast, the shaver will be issued and they will shave inside the cell. After 10 minutes, we will collect back the shaver. Around 7:45, so our attendants will issue breakfast to them.
So our breakfast usually consists of 4 pieces of bread. So they will pass it through
Our full latch.
Morning, bro.
Good morning. Then we will take our mug. So put it here. Once we given our destination tea or coffee, then we will bring in. After this door will close.
I'll finish my breakfast, everything, I will walk again.
This is the central kitchen, giving meals for the entire cluster B. Per day, we have over 2 meals, lunch and dinner, approximately about 7,000 to 8,000 meals prepared for prison officers, volunteers and inmates. In this kitchen, the meals are prepared by inmate kitchen workers. Staff you, don't mind, can close door 10, close door 10, open door 11. Okay, here is preparing the vegetables for tomorrow's lunch and tomorrow's dinner. People might wonder if it's safe for inmates to use this type of tools in this workshop. But as you can see, the tools here, they are chained. When they come to the kitchen, right, we'll monitor their attitude and their performance. And we'll see who is suitable for which location. So like say, veggie cutting area requires a lot of cutting and grinding. So we need inmates here with the correct composure and correct mind to perform this type of task.
Okay, what's okay? Ready? Put back the tray. Okay. Okay. Now you can arrange.
There will be chefs from the Singapore Airport Terminal Services, in short sets, who will be here to educate and guide the inmates on how to prepare the meals. The kitchen caters for 6 to 8 different diets approved based on the dietitian recommendation. We have normal, non-meat, soft diet, which means minced diet, off chili for people who can't take spicy food, low purine for people who can't take things like tofu, and low sugar for inmates who have diabetes. The kitchens will ensure that the daily protein and vegetable nutrition requirement is catered for the inmates. Every day they have different types of food. Let's say for Monday, they have baked chicken. For Tuesday, they will have fish. Food production is done on an industrial scale. The inmates are the one preparing the meals, ensuring that the inmates, they get the proper amount of food. The food, after it's being packed, is placed in these food trolleys. These food trolleys will ensure the food is kept warm until it reaches the inmates.
So Wednesday afternoon, usually we eat mee or bihun. So today is mee goreng. This one is like totally, if give point 0 to 10, I would say maybe it's 0. Because it's very cold, and sometimes the mee also hardened already. When I was doing those illegal stuff, was money was well to do, I do bring my kids because they love restaurants, the Western food. Mostly every day I eat restaurant, so compared to the food now, it's like totally one heaven and one hell. Usually after eating, I still feel hungry. Portion to me is not enough. For lunch, usually we don't have meat. Dinner time, we have 2 breast chicken or fish. Over the years, I really start to adapt the food, but eventually I still miss the food outside. The way we being served or what is like being treated as pet in the cage. For me, it's definitely hard.
Today I left with 50 days to go. I've collected all these items so that I can reward myself every single night for my countdown.
B1 is one of the maximum security prisons. We hold about 500 plus inmates. Here, Bravo can grant me the room 1 slider. The cells that we have here in B1 is special in a way that it's all single-man cell. In other places, you have 3-man cell, a 4-man cell, and 8-man cells. Over here, you see the inmate cell door. All right, it consists of 3 key items over here, which is the viewing panel, and we have 2 apertures, one on top and one below. There's this portion which is perforated, so from here we can hear and talk to the inmates inside. It is not encouraged to talk through the aperture because we do not know what they have up their sleeve. They can throw things or they can grab all your items nearby the aperture. All right, so the poster you see over here is basically the cell layout which the inmates have to follow. They are given a set of items inside the cell. So when it's time for master check, they have to arrange the items according to the poster which is given over here. The inmates will be given a clear pail, a soap box, a mug with a cover. All right, it's transparent so that staff can see what they are hiding inside. They are given a plastic spoon, right, for them to use when they eat their meal. And we have a set of toothbrush and toothpaste. The toothpaste is made in a way that it's clear and you can see things inside. If they were to hide anything inside, it will be visible for staff to see. And if you see the toothbrush over here, it is made in a way that it's very short, because if they were to use this as a weapon, I would say pretty much it won't cause much damage compared to a longer toothbrush. Each inmate will also get 2 blankets, big enough to cover the whole body. Last but not least, we have the straw mat for them to lay out and sleep on the hard ground. If they want it to be more cushioned, then they will just fold the blanket in a way and make it like a mattress. This is the toilet area where the inmate go to the toilet and also take a shower. So the CCTV will capture everything inside the cell, including the toilet area as well. So if they go to the toilet to do their business, or if they were to take a shower, we can see everything. At night, the CCTVs that is inside the cell are equipped in a way that they can see in the dark. This is a one-man cell setting. It can be psychologically small in a way if you are cooped up here for a very long time.
For the weekend, it's really very big impact, very big impact. For 48 hours, knowing that your perimeter is only this much, it really disturbs the mind and the body as well. My wax, my moisturizer, my lip balm, my lotion, these are all the things that I don't have here. Before I came here, I was a fitness trainer. I was living a high life, a luxurious life. People wanting to get a car, to get a bike, to get a house, to get every single thing. I managed to get it all done before even I hit 30. For this time, my sentence, I was caught trespassing to Istana. During that time, I was in a high in drugs. I just tend to follow my thoughts, and I like to go to places that eventually are interesting or unique. When I was being caught, I have a drug utensil with me. That is when I was led to the drug consumption. I was sentenced to 3 years imprisonment for drug consumption and 4 months for drug utensil possession. The blankets is the most, for me, important one, because the blanket can change to become pillow. Then we have plastic spoon. Usually, I think you guys use only once. Alright, then throw. This thing is like 1 year plus with me. 1 year plus. Yeah, this one tasteless. Made from China. Yeah, totally this one, I don't know why they give us. I think maybe budgeting or what, but it doesn't give any effect. Yeah, totally, seriously. So, because I'm a worker, so this thing is not the normal soap. So this one is quite good, better than the normal soap. The normal soap one is too dry, way too dry.
Scented soap is one of those things that motivate inmates to maintain their conduct and behavior in prisons so that they can actually go for work soon. So once you go to work, then they'll be actually given allowance. Then you'll be able to purchase canteen items like soap.
I got these goodies from the allowance that I had working as a peer facilitator. Today I left with 50 days to go until my release date on the 21st January. I've collected all these items so that I can reward myself every single night for my countdown. By having some rewards and achieving these rewards by myself, I'm able to eventually make myself think better during my darkest time here. Basically, I worried I forget I need to focus on the risk of me getting into trouble, fighting, arguing, and disobeying officers. Can be extension of 3 days to 7 days for my release date. Tonight, I'm gonna treat myself with biscuit. This biscuit.
He is a very good inmate, but doesn't mean all the good inmates are good citizens. We have a lot of experience where the inmate obey, but after 2 months they come back. They fail to become a good citizen. He's a very good inmate, but what we are focusing now is we want him to become a good citizen. So that's our next challenge that we need to prepare him before he release.
Stand by for cell search.
Every time when I hear my turn for South Church, I feel very sian.
You're not allowed to do all this inside, huh?
Yes, sir.
Ben to Charlie, message over.
Okay, Salid to Mr. Ben, send your message over.
Ben to Charlie, prepare for day room 1 cell search.
Okay, Salid to Mr. Ben, Roger proceeding. Okay, we're going to conduct a routine cell search from 507 to 511. Okay, Boon Keng, stand by for cell search.
This is part of the prison's regulations that we need to do the cell search to make sure that they don't keep any contrabands. Contrabands can include excessive items or any items which are modified, such as a cell hook, strings.
Okay, Bravo can grant 507 cell search.
We want to make sure that the environment is actually safe for the inmates and the officers to work in. So every day we have a scheduled
put it back on.
cells to search.
Okay, take out your Toigo box. Sit outside.
Every time when I hear my turn for South Church, I feel very sian.
Yeah, Boon Keng, before I go in, you got anything to declare?
No, sir. The officer will come with their shoe on. So this is basically where I live, where this is my home. So after the cell search, I have to actually re-clean the whole cell.
So normally inmates would like to keep things in any part of the door fixture. Usually the holes over here, right, they will use stapler bullets, or they can even put straws to use as hooks to hang things. And usually they'll have a long piece of string and then they'll just put round and round and round and round just to conceal it. So this string they will use to do some threading to the eyebrows or to the facial hair.
If caught with contraband in the cell, a report will be submitted against them, and they may actually lose opportunity in terms of the work program, or even have their out-of-cell activity, their yard activity forfeited.
When it comes to the toilet area, this is where it gets more exciting. Like over here, you see an improvised hook, which is not allowed. Each cells, they are allowed to have 3 cell hooks. Okay, 2 at the living area and 1 at the toilet. So this is an extra one. I will certainly ask the inmates to remove this and pass it to me. And I will give them a warning.
We have a standard set of items for inmates. If inmates are allowed to have their own items, then it actually makes our officers' job more difficult to check. I think secondly, it's also more on enforcing equality among the inmates. We need to make sure that everyone is the same, treated the same.
The reason why I knock is to see whether there's anything that falls in or out. So these are the buttons for the flush and the shower. Usually we just press the flush button first to see whether they are hiding anything at the toilet area. They normally will hide things right under the pipe over here. So we will just use the flush button to flush it all down in case they will know what they'll be hiding. So in my experience, when we do cell search, we check the toilet bowl because sometimes we can find inmates hide things inside there. Things like medication pills, tablets, even improvised items that they wish to hide. Okay, Boon Keng can come in with your Toyogo box. Chances are they are smuggling among each other, passing around without the staff knowing. They could get from any place that you can imagine. But this is all not within the radar of the staff. That is why it's very important for us to do cell searches every day, regularly. This one is an origami. Looks nice, but you're not allowed to do all this inside.
Yes, sir.
For origamis and other artwork that inmates like to create, right, they are not part of the standardized items. And it's also part of inmates' discipline inside prison. So that's why it's not allowed. Let's say if an inmate were to keep a long piece of string that turned into a rope, you can use it to, hang himself. If there are things that are sharpened, that could also be a risk to us when we work over here. Luckily for the inmate earlier, there were no major contrabands that were found. It's just rubbish and a few improvised items that doesn't implicate security inside our housing unit.
Saleh actually caught me with some straws and actually the additional hook. It's actually improvised hook. Yeah. So basically inside we use rice to make glue to actually roll out the paper. So after it dry, it becomes hard.
Make sure got 5.
For the straws is actually for counseling course. We have this every weekly. If we have good performance, they will actually give us packet drinks. So the straw is actually where it comes from. I just feel that the hook for toilet is not enough because usually I hang towel to dry out. Then when I actually go in for bath, I also have to take out my pants. So usually I will find something to hook on. That's why I do the additional hook. After all this being confiscated, I think I have to readapt again to use another method in the right way.
Okay, so far all the things that I find here are all rubbish and all the things that you're not supposed to keep. See, straws, improvised cell hooks. All these give you warning. Okay, if you ever do this again, the punishment will be higher. Okay. Okay, Boon Keng, we're going to thumbprint you for the offense that you did inside your cell for having extra cell hooks and all the straws that you kept. Yeah. Housing Unit Informal Resolution System is a platform where we record down the inmates' wrongdoings. What it does is it takes an acknowledgement from inmate who have committed a mistake and it gives them like a contract not to do the same mistake within 6 months. If not, then they will be liable for higher punishment, which is a disciplinary charge. Okay, come sign away.
Okay, so in prisons, we have minor and major charges. So for minor charges, it can range from quarreling with another inmate, disobeying officer's instructions, or keeping excessive or modified items. For inmates found guilty of minor charges, the punishment may range from a written warning, confinement in punishment cell up to 7 days, or his release date will be extended. For major charges, caning may be imposed, and for serious cases, it may also be referred to the police. Major charge can range from fighting with other inmates, hoarding of medication, and even tattooing in prison.
Hey, search eh? Bravo, can you grant me 509?
I think the hardest part in prison is the control. Maybe if you are outside, you can be in control. But right now I'm inside here, I cannot do anything.
Hey, you got anything to declare or not, Khai?
Nothing.
Nothing to declare, huh? Ni fruit, when?
Semalam, yesterday.
Yesterday one. You got 3. Which one is the oldest one?
The one.
It's not out, huh? Some of them do store quite a few to eat later in the night when they're hungry and all that. But they should only have 2. We cannot have them to keep it for too long because it could have stomach pain, could get them sick. So we have to remove this one because it's been a few days already. This one is just his own personal own drawings. So I'm also taking this one because it's an unauthorized material. There's no chalk, there's no official stamp on it. So I'll take it away. Why? Because it could lead to him writing messages across the housing unit or even across the institution. Okay.
Plastic, stapler, strings, and A4 paper, all this we can't have in the cell. Pencil, we are definitely not allowed to have because that one we can use it for tattoo. Although all these things in prison is not allowed, but we have our means to get it.
One of the possible ways how inmates got their contrabands could be through the housing unit attendants who may put in the contrabands or additional items while they're doing food insurance.
Actually, everyone knows that this is against the rules. Bored in the room, boredom, then with nothing to do, then I just do the tattoo. We were sitting in front of the CCTV, but the back facing the CCTV, like reading a book to like camouflage. Some magazine will be thicker. We use stapler bullet like those you can find on some magazine. You have to be round and have to be thick. So it's not like normal those paper stapler. Then we will sharpen it on the floor. We just make it even out. One round, turn, sharpen. Close thread. I need a string because the string is to we tie it to the pendant stapler. For the ink we try to get from the doctor. We ask for diarrhea medication. They will give us this charcoal. We dip it to the ink. The thread will absorb the ink.
They do not have the proper facilities to do those tattoos. So they improvise. And I've seen infections, their whole hand being swollen. That's one of the reasons why we want to curb it. The other aspect is inmate subculture. A lot of our inmates are affiliated to gangs. So usually, some of the tattoos that they want to put are gang symbols. And that can be problematic. And that can affect the good order and discipline of the institutions.
Back then, I was a secret society member, so we do this tattoo to show a bit of loyalty, then to let people know that we are from this gang. Didn't really hide it properly, then the officer saw it is a fresh wound. So they called me. My date of release have extended for 21 days and 4 strokes of cane. 4 strokes, I think nothing. On 3 different occasions, I was carrying 3 different types of weapons. Actually, the first weapon I got was a samurai sword. I planned to go down to this place to meet this guy. After that, I just want to slash him, then I walk off to actually teach him a lesson not to mess with other people's wife. The second weapon I carried was a parang that was on my back. I needed it because at the time I was paranoid. Enemies were following me. And then my last weapon I carried was a bread knife. It's actually a protection for myself again. I didn't get to use it, but after that I got caught. When you get caned, there's no installment. In total, I have 21 strokes of the cane. When you get caned, you can't scream, you can't faint also, and you can't appear weak. We are in secret society, so we have to be tough. If you all this you can't take, then in future other trouble, how are you going to face it?
What I'm setting up over here right now is for basic wound care for the patient after caning. Contrary to what people normally think, they are linear, superficial wounds, abrasions. It won't be profusely bleeding. I would consider it a minor wound because there's no deep tissue cut. They try to walk straight after the caning process. Some do cry, some don't. Some are harder than others. So if they do request painkillers, we will prescribe for them. So far, I've not seen any inmate requesting.
Prison is tough for me, but as long as my family is out there waiting for me, what I go through is nothing.
I look forward for yard time is because yard basically we actually do exercise and the space is much more bigger. Then we can feel more air that is coming in from there. we doing our usual exercise routine. So it's our own so-called HIIT. Yeah, high intensive training. Usually 1 week we have 2 hours of yard, then twice a week. So it's on Tuesday and Thursday.
Okay, here's the yard time quite long, 2 hours. Yeah, we will make full use.
When officers are supervising the yard, it can be very daunting. You're taking care of a large number of inmates in one confined space. The officers are tactically trained. They will expect the unexpected.
One, two.
Graceson, stop.
来，你看他叫我不要做。来，可以拍，快点拍啊！
Guys, you all cannot use the bench for exercise,
If they are trying to do the bench press, then that will deprive someone from using the table to read their newspaper or play games. And besides, the bench is also not intended for that purpose.
So next time I don't want to see this. Okay?
Just now we are showing the not correct way of exercising.
We only can do like jogging, sit-up, push-up, HIIT, but we can't use any equipment in the yard. Let's say the wall, the bench, everything we cannot use, and we cannot cross the red line around the yard.
So basically we just do exercise smartly. So when there's officer, we try to just wayang a bit.
We already do something that's not allowed that make us come here. So most of us will still do. Because there's nothing more we can do already. Okay, this is my portfolio. When I was at Visual Arts Hub, we can draw. Visual Arts Hub is a place that we inmates can do like our fine art, pottery, carpentry, batik. Yeah, you can do anything to express ourselves also. This is the picture of me and my wife. I use a pencil, knitted eraser. Photos is very precious here. Every month we have 20 points. If we not get charged or anything, we'll get 20 points. So you have to accumulate 60 points for one photo. 60 points, it takes about 3 months to accumulate. Yeah, so you have to maintain your conduct. 3 months, yes, to get just 60 points, then you can redeem for your photo. I and my wife were married in 2008. So after that, after 1 year, I need to come into prison because of some cases that I've done. So during that time, my wife was pregnant. She's still waiting for me. She never leave me. My wife didn't miss any visit. Only twice because she needed to give birth and bring my eldest daughter for checkup. I use money to show my love to my wife. Whatever she want, like those branded bags, all these, I just okay, let's go. We go and get it. We provide their living, the house, grocery made, everything. I can feel like some of my wife don't have to work. And slowly, I start to fall back to drugs. Slowly, everything gone.
Come give me your pants.
I feel it's a bit like actually quite humiliating. Because on and off I have to strip for people like those prostitutes. We are no different.
If I was found guilty in the court of law, I'll be hanged by the neck. I was petrified. I really think I'm going to die. I even make my own will.
She want to divorce with me. I feel it's very unfair.